from a sunny Nottingham. And great to have alongside me the one and only Joe. Joe Wright, you are ready to go again today, yeah?
Yeah, 100%, and this is Finals Footies Day, so I'm not sure if we were able to hear over the tannoy, but we'll have extra minutes after each game for drop-off in case there's a draw at the end, and drop-offs are exciting always.
Right, okay, so that's good stuff. So plenty of time for interviews in between games, or us to have a little nap or a cup of tea.
Yeah, 100%. I think I'll be making the most of the nap time for sure. This is going to be breathless action from the morning.
This is going to be brilliant, and
we're
we're off with the 20s, and it's South Africa versus France. And so, without no further ado, we're going to get ourselves off to the commentary gantry. So, step 3 paces this way with me. Right, let's go. And there is the hooter as we find our way to the commentary. France versus South Africa in the men's 20. And the sun is out, and so we got a little bit of reflection on our screen. Did we ever think that was going to be happening?
Definitely not. Definitely not. But France just rolling through, warming up, taking their time. Open side quickie to start. Big feet. Touch comes in.
Yeah, definitely caught him there. As everybody begins to settle. One of the nice things about the England Touch series, or any touch that played over here in England this year, things start on time. So it's quite easily could have been 2 or 3 minutes more while people got themselves sorted. No, the hooter went, you start, that's it, full stop.
Yep, you've got no choice. And you know, to the letter of the law, you can start the game with just 4 people on the pitch. So if any team was late, it's an advantage to each other.
Yep. So, I mean, it's just a case of like, we're starting, and that's it, you know?
Yeah, South Africa, both teams just seeing out their sets early doors, testing the opposition. We'll see the first opportunity for a transition now from France. Good hands to work it to the wing. Unfortunately, there is a forward pass in the midfield. And South Africa will get a brilliant striking opportunity.
So 6 from about 20 metres. Looking to set something. Oh, and that's unfortunate. And as you can see, there's no laundry available here for between games. So I think they've probably dried the kit, but they didn't get a chance to clean it.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm sure, you know, Finals Footies there, you're representing your country. They're not gonna worry if there's a little bit of dirt on the shirt.
I can't believe they play and it's not been ironed and like pressed and everything else. I suppose it's just the standards I was used to.
In my opinion, team manager should be straight onto the nearest laundrette.
Exactly.
Get it all in and done.
Yeah, stop all
earning your keep.
Stop enjoying yourself overnight and get there and get the washing sorted. South Africa come again. So 2 minutes on the clock. I didn't ask you at the beginning. Prediction?
I think France are going to be a really well-drilled side. I think France are going to have the lion's share of structure. But I'm slyly being converted to a South Africa fan, if I'm perfectly honest. You know, we saw the mixed 20s yesterday beat England, and I was slightly supporting South Africa there, and I think I am again, because yes, they may not run the most conventional touch, but it's exciting. And when they get it right, they really punish teams. And what's nice about being right down here next to the sub-box is I'm watching this winger for South Africa right in front of us, and he's screaming, look, space is here, pal, just give it. Long ball is there, referee's called play on because that French middle never hit the line, and South Africa beginning to increase the pressure a little bit.
And that's the line that they've got to retreat to.
Yep.
Not the line they've got to get up to. So inside that 7, they've got to get back to their line.
Yeah,
and then they can come forward.
Definitely,
and they're not allowed to creep forward.
Ball just goes to ground, and France let off there, but need to complete their set to get off the field, and they do so very well.
The referees either got extra kit or they did have a laundry. They look crystal clean. Nice and crisp. Oh, nice hands. Oh, yes. Oh. No, that deserves to be a try.
Yes.
No, that needs to be a try because of the handling and everything.
It was so good, so
wow.
good. Especially, you know, what are we? 35 minutes past 8 in the morning, first half off. The concentration, the ball skills, all on display for France. But as it stands, it remains 0-0. And an interesting dynamic to finals day is some teams can come into it with it's their game to lose, and other teams will come into it thinking it's their game to win. And at the moment, South Africa just being pretty safe with the ball, not wanting to create too many mistakes. Looking for the switches now. 2-on-1 on the wing. Switch back on the inside.
That was really well played defensively there.
Oh yeah, France just staying connected as a unit, moving as a group of 6, and not biting on any of the switches. So France don't allow any space for South Africa to go through.
Strong play from France. Oh, just a bit of misunderstanding there. And then didn't see quite what that was for. Was it the fact that everybody ran past the ball?
Yeah, it just looked like a little bit of confusion, to be honest. And again,
the
another
rest
instance of that.
You're not allowed to be confused. I think that was the decision.
Honestly, definitely not, because the moment any confusion starts creeping in and the ball goes to the floor. Touch is one of those games where all 6 players have got to be on the same page at all times, and if not, then your attack really doesn't get going.
So, same page, singing from the same hymn sheet.
Yeah.
Right. We'll make sure that we get a few of those in the day.
Oh, so good.
That was nice.
So good. The link puts the big right foot step on, gets into the hole, but the referees are... so the score is given. The referees have just stopped it for what looks like an injury on pitch 1. But we'll talk through the score. It's a lovely open side quickie, steps back and then out, and you can see the link here just puts the step on to get round the covering winger.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's lovely, lovely heads up play, just to recognise where the space is and then goes through the gap. There will be a slight delay as we wait. He looks to be in some discomfort there.
Well, he's moving around, that's the good thing. Now, don't be disturbed, there's a scoreboard in the corner that's just out the camera shot at the moment, but it says England versus Wales. And as you see across that, there's no clock or score, and it's not England versus Wales, so don't get confused. And he is paraded off, he's all good, he's up and about, fighting fit.
Oh, shoulder.
That's Glenwyn Cranford.
South Africa get us back underway now.
No hanging around.
No. Just taking their time now to get to the line. Sweeper coming. They step back. Good option. Oh, it's a shame because it's a really good option, but the hips aren't square at the base of the ruck. And it's that instance that, you know, the hips not square rule really does come into effect, because you can see how fast they were able to get off the roll ball, and that's because the hips weren't square at the base and they were able to just accelerate into a certain area.
Right, this is the Shakira rule.
The Shakira rule.
It's not the hips rule anymore, it's the Shakira rule. We decided that yesterday. If it's anything to do with the hips, it's Shakira.
Shakira.
It's nice speed. Both teams have had really good speed off the base. And definitely a touch there. But that was nice and quick. Positively warm. I mean, I hope it doesn't change. How can they get the forecast so wrong? We had thunder and lightning on our little app yesterday on all 4.
Yeah.
4 apps.
It was just saying rain, 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 and then I woke up this morning. It was like, oh, actually, we're gonna have some sunshine. Didn't realise it until I got in the car. Hence why I'm wearing joggers and not shorts.
Yeah, well.
So
again,
Met Office, fix your weather apps.
Yeah, again, I've got the wrong clothing on. Right. This is nice, quick stuff, but they're very isolated and missing players.
Yeah, but they use these switches. I'd just like to see them run them with a little bit more purpose, taking it to the line. That's better. And they're able to work it down the wing, but the toucher is crowded out. And you know, it's all well and good running your midfield switches, but you've got to be able to take the ball close to the line and engage defenders. At the moment, France are able to just move across as a set 6.
Hips again, Shakira. Yep.
Quite smart that from South Africa. They just took an extra pass or two up the short side as they were waiting for a couple fresh legs to get on, and now they actually, you know, they've not had to drag the ball all the way over to get fresh legs on.
Yeah.
Because they've saved time and players just taking the responsibility themselves to get off the pitch. Short side quickie. QB back to the open side. Looking for the wing. Oh, it's a big slap down from the French winger. That's that denial, not today.
Does the Shakira rule count only if you get an advantage?
Nope. If your hips aren't square, your hips aren't square.
So like there, that's definitely not square hips.
Yeah, there's a degree of leniency, but depending on which on-field ref you've got. I know a couple of referees that are a lot stricter on it.
And that's 90 degrees, not straight. And again.
No, that's good. That's good. Score is given.
So South Africa, while I'm explaining the Shakira rule, are off the mark. But if you watch his hips.
No, see, these are good to the score line. Plants it, yep, they're nice and square, steps over the ball, dives at the line. Superb.
Right, sorry, I thought the hips had to be facing the line, not sideways to it.
No, as long as the hips are facing the try line, it's all good. Yeah. No, for me he's good. For me he's good.
All right, okay. Well, you're the arbiter of fair and safe. He just little dive. I think he hit his ankle.
Couple little knocks here, really does, and actually.
Oh, he's wearing 7. We don't have a 7. I won't call out his name, so his mother's not worried. Anyway, he's fine. He's sitting on the edge of the pitch now.
Move forward, move forward, move forward. Keep moving up, keep moving up.
Oh. That was a case of he wasn't watching the ball, he was watching the player running into him at full pelt.
Yeah, but the South Africa player who was running into him was called offside by the sideline ref, so France get a repeat set of 6.
6 from the 10. Or 6 from the 7, really, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Keep moving forward, then.
Given.
Lovely score. And at the moment, it's just a battle of the quickies. Who can quickie the best? France just engaging the line, making sure that all the defenders are coming up. And then lovely little quickie. Dive, gets under the line, and marginal call, but for me, ball down. You can just see some of the South African defenders just retreating beyond the try line, and it makes the referee's decision very easy.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Touch there, though.
Yeah, maybe the pass should have gone one more, but the early release working really well for South Africa. Yeah, really well spotted by the referee. That is off the mark. Oh, she's given a forward pass, actually. So both teams guilty of conceding a few turnovers, a few unforced errors, especially forward pass in that area of the pitch. Not really something you should be doing.
Yeah.
But South Africa now, they go back to the quickie sets. Inside ball.
But that was a Timothy Berthon claimed the touch, and the referee agreed.
Oh, good touch again from Timothy, getting over. He's made 2 really good defensive plays for France. And there's the third, and you know, that's a defensive set and a half for France, and that individual right there.
Berthon. Could be Berton. We have some, we'll get our French-speaking Josephine back with us later. We had a bit of French commentary yesterday.
Yeah, I was listening to that behind the box. I absolutely loved it. The French and Welsh connection. Well, the Belgium and Welsh connection.
Yeah.
Superb. The referee's been very strict on some of the nuances of the law. This morning we saw a loss of control because the ball rolled. So South Africa taking extra care with the ball. Early release on the 32. The link receives it, and that is all day score. And that's where we've seen South Africa really punish teams, using passive players to get on the ball and then firing it into that link hole.
Really nice play.
And France, maybe they needed Timothy Berton back on the pitch, because he marked the link hole perfectly.
He'd have been stopping that.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt about it.
Winger has a touch with the left. Come on, keep going back. Yes, good job. And move forward.
France now just want to draw the South African defenders up to them.
Move forward.
Quickie, they come back to the open side. Touch has been made.
Touch given.
But offside called.
So he didn't play the advantage at that point, which is
First is coming. Move
a
forward.
try.
Yeah, the advantage rule's a bit funny in touch. But they get a second penalty now. That's 2. 1 more.
2 in the 7.
And South Africa defend with 5.
First is coming.
Wind picking up.
Second touch.
Touch given.
Good job. And move forward. And move forward. Move forward. Thank you.
Okay, they go again. Yeah, pulled him across nicely there. Nice little move.
Chauffeur going over. Lovely open side step. Open side quickie, and the covering defender just slightly loses his footing. France regain the lead at 3 tries to 2. That's lots of control there from South Africa. And now they've got to work hard to get it back. France in their transition. Much better care of the ball. Good touch from South Africa. France got to bring it back. France checking off in the midfield. Brilliant strike dump. They'll have one more touch. They might not use it. They won't use it. They go to the wing early. Wing dives for the line. Nothing doing, and that's 5th. Just a little bit of confusion at the roll ball. Takes all the momentum away from France. And that's 6 touch turnover. South Africa driving now up their box. Oh, and unfortunately the ball just goes to ground, and South Africa in the past 5 minutes is just starting to lose the momentum, lose the composure. France now, opportunities to capitalise. Offside penalty. France get the reward for the direct drive. South Africa players struggling to hit the line. But that's a loss of control, and for all their hard work, it's these small errors that are creeping into the game that just alleviates all of the pressure. And in the end, it's relatively straightforward for South Africa to drive out of there I would say drive out their half, but this is third touch now.
As you were saying, it's the structure of France and their discipline that's working well for them at the moment. But will the creativity and flair of South Africa come through?
Well, this is the thing. It's a very well balanced game, because yes, you do have France with loads of structure, and then you've got South Africa with loads of flair. And as you see a winger try and throw a long ball to the other winger. I mean, 30 seconds remaining. You know, France will be pretty happy, but I honestly think South Africa will be the happier, because they've let some opportunities go, whereas France have been good value for the the opportunities that they've had down at South Africa's line. Ten seconds now. No touches.
Happy with the advantage there,
So half-time is called. I think they were hoping that they might get the play that set out, but didn't quite go their way. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back with you in about 4. We are underway, second half. Here we go.
Yeah, it was just keeping an eye on the French sub box. In the half-time break, they look very relaxed. Think they understand that maybe you've left a couple out there. Whereas South Africa were pumping the energy back up. They know that they've got to be up for it. And there's the early release again. They look for the wing instead of the link, and that is the dream start. And France have got to number up better on this short side, because if they allow South Africa to run it too often, you've got two options always in space. It's just on the ball carrier to make the right one. So good.
Great long pass.
Yeah, we saw that play for their first try, and they hit the link. And now the French winger is so worried about the link, he's had to cut in, and then the South African winger's on, and it's brilliant decision making from South Africa to even it up early doors, and now France are up against it. You don't want to let this South African team get momentum.
Oh.
Really good defensive play. Oh, slip on the line. That's all they need.
Saw the slip, read it. And the French fans behind the line. Je alors.
Yeah, and it's good patience in their setup, just drawing South Africa up, and then one slip, and good awareness as well. Could have been a bit selfish, though, for the line. Isn't. Passes the ball off, recognises his mates in space.
So 4-3. It's a close one.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a shootout in the second half. At the moment, both teams capitalising on their tap off. They're going to run that short wrapper. Not quite. They'll run it again here. Short, early release, lovely. Oh, ball should have gone to the link. Not quite on that occasion.
I think he thought he had the Shakira there. He just like moved inside him, but no, wasn't able to pull it off.
Yeah, really good drive. South Africa struggling to get up and putting press on.
Oh, he did well to stay in there.
Ooh, yeah. Sideline refs hot on the touchline. That's a big contact. It's the chest. He knows. Yeah, he was just checking. It was like, I know it's the chest, right? The ref's like, yes, it's the chest, mate.
Yeah.
It's one of them where you want to be absorbing the force of the dumping player, but when you start to then connect chest on chest, shoulder on chest, it's easy decisions for the ref. And this is the play that we saw them capitalise on earlier. The ball just goes to ground, and South Africa starting to tighten up defensively.
Didn't quite work there, and it's like you get to the halfway line and you just think, right, we're going back. Demoralising. France get a good switch in.
Yeah, and it must be so frustrating as well, because your first two touches for South Africa is really positive, and they're making loads of yards. And then it's that third touch around halfway, it's just going to ground every time. So South Africa need to fix that if they want to have any chance of pipping France here. Good heads-up play from France, recognising. If I just pull out the touch, South Africa going to get pinged for dropping early. One penalty on the line.
Good speed. So you see here, you talk us through what's happening here. They're going back to the line.
Yeah.
Right, and then they're waiting.
Yeah.
For the South Africans to come up.
Yeah.
Right, and as soon as they get there, the touch, they've got to get back, and that's when they attack, when they're retreating.
Yeah, exactly that. It's because, obviously, we spoke about the offside line yesterday. That's another big touch. Oh, no, I'm not sure there's all that much you could have done about that. He's just tracking across. Oh, that's a harsh call.
4 sub.
Yeah, the referee's entitled to his opinion, but I really far from agree with that. You're covering, running at pace, trying to make a defensive play. How can you be expected to stop all of your momentum? Just doesn't work like that. Your body doesn't work like that. And South Africa can feel hard done by, but they do get the defensive shutout.
It's kind of like, where am I meant to disappear.
Yeah,
up.
and you know, I do feel like sometimes in that situation, the refs, yes, okay, it might be slightly more contact than what is normally deemed okay, but you've got to have some consideration for the circumstance. South African player sprinting across the line trying to make a covering touch. Is he expected to be able to put all of the brakes on, stop still, and then make a really gentle touch on the side?
Yes.
For me, it's unrealistic.
I agree. I'm telling you what I want. Oh, nice hands.
Yeah, good defensive play though to go up and make the touch. At the moment, it's battle of the two defences.
As Kitty goes past, that was the name of that tram. Is your mum here today?
She is. She is.
Here comes, 'cause I haven't got my cup of tea from your mum today yet. By this time, I think your mum bought me a cup of tea.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll get on the blower after this game.
Well, exactly. I have standards now and things that I expect. I mean, I'm not expecting like the test match special and cakes and everything else, but you know.
Oh. Shall we go for tea halfway through the day?
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Oh, it wasn't meant for you.
I think if you had left that,
Yeah.
the confusion might have caused you in at the corner.
Yeah, and you got to be careful of that. You don't want to be congesting area. You don't want to be crowding out space for your teammates. I think if the ball had just gone to the wing and the Link had held his space, in South Africa we're in a world of trouble. But you know, Link catches it behind his body. It stops all the momentum, and South Africa can get across. And better transition, just overplaying in the midfield. That's fifth, and brilliant shoot out of the line from France. Just waiting for the dump, always onside. Is able to fly up and put pressure.
Yeah, nice speed on the ball there. Although I think France are about 2 yards off the pace of that there.
Yeah.
Look at that. There's two spaces before he picks it up, and that's where England yesterday were very efficient.
Yeah.
That ball was down and then up, and you're running into that offside man.
Yeah, definitely. They look to run the long, but South Africa more than up to it.
French there. Could have just popped it. Goes back to the 7.
So if I were the French, and it early does, I am being critical, but this is finals footy.
You're allowed to be critical.
Yeah, this is finals day. We're good enough now. We should be stopping these silly errors. So France just not sticking to what is working for them. All of their scores have come from the middle platform, and all of a sudden then they start to try and run 32 longs and outpace what is an absolutely rapid South Africa side. I think you've just got to be more intelligent than that. Especially early, just stick to a platform. You've found something that works, and you've got to utilise it. Because if you just allow South Africa to chase and use their pace, it'd be too easy. Ball is away. Oh, and it just goes to ground. And maybe if this game was being played at 1 o'clock rather than 8:30, those hands would stick. Ah.
Oh, one money was he dropped it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tap on the elbow or the arm there.
Yeah, again, it's one of those where touch has been made, and yeah, I'm with you in that situation. He's just dropped it for me.
Yeah.
So France get away with one. South Africa now got to work hard, but we've seen them do that all game so far. That's why they're only within one score. This is better. This is the middle play, the quickies. It's where they've been finding their success. Playing around now. Touch comes in. Good dump. Step back open side. Link's there. Beautiful
nice.
tap on. But it's touch and pass.
That was nice from France. It was a nice little move.
Yep.
Got it going right out the middle with the quickies.
Yep.
Tried to get that wide ball in with a little link. And didn't quite come off, but it looked nice.
Yeah, and that's where they've been finding all their success. So it absolutely baffled me when in their last set they went to the 32 longs. It's like, well, you've not used that all game, and then all of a sudden when you're on top you go to something that you've not found any joy from. It just doesn't make much sense for me. I think France should just stick to those middle plays, condition the defence for South Africa to come really tight, and then back the hands to whip it wide.
Yeah, a lot. That's not how the French work. They are a team of flair and creativity and mesmerising, you know, yourself with their skills and changing it up.
Yeah, you can use your flair and creativity off the base, but you can't use your flair and creativity when no one really knows what you're doing because you've gone to a platform that you've not used yet.
You haven't lived in France long enough.
No, I did a French exchange in year 7.
Oh, well, okay, well, in that case, you are qualified.
Yeah, I was in Brive like I had.
Brive.
Yeah, we went and watched Brive versus Toulon in the rugby.
In the rugby, excellent.
Yeah, it was I think Brive actually run them very close that game. I remember walking home thinking, the French are mental, because the noise was insane, and it was just a friendly. And yeah, Brive run Toulon all the way, and it was like France had won the World Cup on the way back.
Well, the World Cup's out there this September.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Gotta give. Unfortunate. I think if the winger was on the same page, could have given the pass. And South Africa really testing the French defence. But this is 5th. So where's the fancy footwork? Oh, brilliant defensive read.
That looked like a double touch to me. He touched and he kept going, and then touched the next player. So surely he was offside.
No, so if the offside line hasn't been set, then it's more than applicable. And because the ball had been passed away, no need to go and get back on side. So France, good value for it. And see, that's a better play, because you've pushed the South African defence over to the left, but it's not quite working. They persist with 32 longs. They look for the long ball. Good hands, but it goes to ground again. And every time they've gone to those 32 longs, it's just not worked for them.
South Africa, well, obviously still in this, only 1 try difference at the moment. So somebody was asking yesterday, is the scoreboard, do you get a point for a try, or do you get, there's the number of tries? Well, our take is the number of tries. You don't get a point for the try, that's just how many tries you get.
Yeah, one
so it's
try.
not a point-based system.
Yeah, it's just 4 tries to 3 at the moment.
In rugby union, it's points-based.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Ball goes down. That's the score.
Yeah, it's given.
Really good heads-up play. And, you know, France's 32 is not working for them in the slightest. South Africa's are. Little bit of a stranger setup, but brilliant hands and ground. And if the link wasn't going to score, the wing certainly was.
France claiming they got there, but 4 apiece. Doesn't get much tighter than this.
No, definitely not. South Africa working really hard now in defence as the wind really starts to pick up. And South Africa forced the turnover. And come on, you Saffers, you're right in this. Brilliant transition. That's the best we've seen from South Africa, getting fresh legs on. But as I say that, they're just mistake at the roll ball.
Yeah. Look like the momentum.
Yeah.
They've come back. They haven't been in front the whole game so far.
Sometimes that's the position you want to be in. France will be feeling frustrated that they've not been able to cross the line, and South Africa will be enthused by the fact that they're always within touching distance. So it's almost like that horse that's out in front all race and the horse that's just behind waiting to bolt at the last.
Devon Lock. Show my age again there. You probably look it up.
Long ball. Oh, no.
What did I say yesterday? All day yesterday. All you got to do is catch. There's no such thing as a bad pass.
This is the first time I completely agree. All you got to do is catch that,
the ball.
and you could moonwalk it in.
Yeah.
But again, maybe if this game was being played at 1 o'clock rather than 8:30, the hand stick.
No, you can either catch or you can't. I'm sorry.
No sympathy from us in the commentary box.
Yeah. You got one job: catch the ball. then you build around that.
Yeah. Do your job or don't do it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, so good. So good.
Nice.
3 on 2. Can they execute?
Not if they take their time like that. Oh, if you've gone early and drawn the man. Just to add a caveat, as we say all the time, it's really easy from up here.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, we're in a very privileged position of being able to just observe and talk. But when you're in the heat of battle and you've got people flying up at you and you've got to move the ball fast, you've got to get the ball down. It does just become so hard, so intense.
That was frustrating. So the French player's running off in transition and the ball's thrown at him and he kicks it forward. Yeah. Unfortunate. But you've got to get those transitions.
Quickie, space on the left-hand side. They'd use the QB. There it is. Ball to the wing goes, and it's a lovely catch and ground. However, I think the ball has just gone forward. Nope. Referee's happy that the ball was flat out the hand. The wind is blowing from left to right. So gets the rub of the green. And South Africa, for the first time in the game, take the lead.
Oh. Excuse me, sir.
No comment. Just getting the rub of the green. The wind is blowing increasingly.
I mean, the wind
is
strong down that way.
You never know. Referees have got a better vantage point than we do.
Yep, as an unnamed tram goes past us this time, not Kitty.
We'll give it a name.
Open the lines. Oh, nice quick speed.
So good, so good. Snapman against Chaffo. He's been the bright spot.
And it's the mids again.
Yeah, and this is where my frustration has come from in the French. Is every time they go to these 32 platforms, they try and run the long. It's like, well, all your successes come from quickies, so and do nothing but quickie.
Yep.
Again, another reward there.
Chaffon. Frustrating. So we've got it as 5 apiece, and now the scoreboard's got that as 5-4. But that scoreboard has only just come on.
Yeah, ours is correct.
Yeah. Ah, the scoreboard's caught up with us now.
Well, hey.
Right, okay.
Well done, Chris. Cheers, mate. France now. 2.5 minutes to go. Trying to regain the lead. Oh, and it's intercepted. That is so good. Really good tenacity there from South Africa.
As Irvin Levesque was really like slack there.
He's been superb for this South Africa side all tournament.
But just went to sleep. And Julius Roscoe, and we spoke about him on the first day as well. Now some injection of pace from Martha Beng.
I think they lost track of the touch count because an interception is actually touch 0. So your first touch resets the touch count. So they had an extra one to play with there. If they'd just taken the ball down, they would have realised that the ref would have put their hand up for 5th. But instead they overplay in the midfield and surrender possession to France.
France come again.
Here he is. Looks long. Really good touch, and South Africa defenders just crabbing across, keeping their spacing, and one of the South African players is telling him to chill out. No, you've got 90 seconds left on the clock, mate. Go down the other end and get the winning score.
Yep.
Yeah, got to take that back. Fresh legs need to get on early now. They do.
Last minute. So it's going to be a winning score. But there's the 2 of them on their own at the moment. So they...
Yes, very good. And that's the reward you get for pace. They get the offside penalty. And South Africa now, minute left.
Fresh legs. It's going to be tight.
Yeah, it's set up for a good finish. I wonder if they'll persist with the quickies. Or would they look for the link? No, they dive for the line, but the ball isn't out in front. Nearly loses control. Doesn't. Third touch. Forthcoming.
Go long early. They got an overlap there.
Yeah. I think they'll look to go this way. Oh, great touch. Yeah. They want the hands. No, it doesn't go. And France with a brilliant shutout to keep it at 5-all, and they might go full length. They don't.
20 seconds. One play. This is it for France now.
Yeah.
That crowd at the back is going to be jumping up and down. There's the hooter. This is it.
Ball's away there. Ball goes to ground. And that will be all she wrote.
And so now we have our first shootout.
Yeah.
What's the format here then?
So, begins with 2 minutes. Four people apiece.
4 aside.
Yep, after those 2 minutes, there's not a winner. Drops to 3, and then it's sudden death. First team to score wins. And
Right.
what's very interesting about this is teams will be thinking about it from the moment the game has started, because if you win the toss and you elect to tap off first, the other team gets to tap off in the drop-off. So then you've got to think about, do you back yourself to win it in normal time, or are you worried about it going to drop-off? And if I'm honest, in this situation, I back South Africa. They look to be the faster team with the ball in hand. So South Africa with the tap off, as if they score straight away and then shut out France, this will be South Africa's game. They just can't make any silly errors.
So this is where you need the Buffalo girls, because they go around the outside.
South Africa just taking their time. Sweeper comes. Ball is given. There's the pace. Oh, and it's knocked down. What a play from the French winger, saving a certain try.
In the other form of the game, that's a deliberate knock-on, but...
Oh, should have gone, should have gone. Now you go, give it.
Wide.
Pass is just too high. Did the touch get made?
Absolutely.
So good. They just needed to use the hands there rather than doing the one long ball. Give it to your supporting cast member. Now you're just taking your time too much. Not asking the right questions from France, and that's hips not square, and South Africa have missed a golden opportunity, just taking their time too much. And France now will get the fresh legs on, and I'm trying to predict who they'll get on, but I think it'll be that man Chauffeur. Indeed, here he comes. This is 4, so 5th coming now. They look to use the pace around the outside. That's 5th. Half court.
6th, they said.
Go, play, 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 play. Confusion from the referee. She said half court. I was a little bit dubious about it. Wasn't, so this will be 5th. No touches remaining.
What was the call?
It said half court, but Chauffeur was not half in that instance, but this will be 5th. This is touch and pass. No, the French think they've scored. They haven't. It's touch and pass. Nah. We got a load of French supporters to their eyes, I suppose. They look absolutely perplexed, but it's touch and pass in the midfield. Ball was released too late. And as you heard the hooter go, both teams will drop to 3 aside. South Africa being told to tap the ball and go. They got the fresh leg on now. 3 aside. Next try wins. Sweeper coming round. Good play. Oh, there's the race for the corner. Oh, just hold on to the ball. You have touches. Just hold on to the ball. And South Africa have had 2 golden opportunities to get the victory and thrown both of them away. They need to get a good shove on here. Because at the moment, France are rolling through with all sorts of momentum. They'll have 1 touch to strike. They give the ball. Where's the pace? There it is. And they crowd it out ever so well. Both teams not making the most of the opportunities afforded to them. Ooh. Go all the way, go all the way, go all the way. Make yourself a hero, go all the way. Oh, Oh, the goose step!
They got
the
him.
touch is so good.
Oh dear, he got that just right, didn't
Oh, they're gonna have to pull it back for an injured player, and that'll just stop all of South Africa's momentum. Looks like the shoulder's giving him all sorts of grief. He looks to be in a lot of pain.
he? He's up and he's walking.
Yeah, France, the French coach just saying, look, we just need to get you off the pitch.
Yeah, we'll deal with you later.
Yeah.
Right.
He gets applauded off by both sets of fans. Fair play. But South Africa will be feeling like they've been done really dirty by that. They had such a good platform to strike from, and now they're going to have to do all the work over again. This is Julian Roscoe on the ball. There's the cut, but the French are more than up to it. Second cut, creating the space. Little slip. Should just dummy some of these cuts, but there's the pace around the outside. Starting to create more opportunities. The bounce is there, but the feet just fail him on the last, and I'd like to see more structured play from South Africa.
Yeah, but his support player there tripped, and he lost him.
Oh, it's so good. 2-on-1. Can you execute? Can you execute? Yes, they can. And South Africa will win this game. What a finish.
France have got head in hands here on the side. Subdued supporters up the far end, but South Africa are celebrating like they just won the World Cup. But what a victory! What a game!
And in that drop-off, they had three opportunities to finish it. But I'm glad they did it, because the final one was the most spectacular. Cut after cut after cut, and then the dummy, and then the half was still on the ball in acres of space. No one around him. The French fly up to put the pressure on, and the quick step to get round the outside. What a game to start us off on finals day.
Wow, what an intro to finals day. Just an absolute breathtaker. The French, who are down here in front of us, absolutely blown to pieces.
Yeah.
They can't believe it. But you keep talking to them, and I'm going to go and get South African.
Yeah, the French can feel a little bit, maybe regretting a couple of the missed opportunities. They could have gone down in the corner and drop off. And the confusion among the platform as well was very, very detrimental to them. Deferring from the quickie platform in favour of the 32, and yeah, as we grab one of the South African players to come over and have a quick chat with us. I mean, South Africa really good value for the win, and a very exciting game to start us off. Right, mate, how are you?
Yourself?
Amazing, amazing. What a game to start us off on finals day.
Yeah. Oh.
You're all good, mate?
Absolutely amazing. How does that feel?
It feels absolutely fantastic, especially after we drew to them the first game, then lost to them yesterday. So it feels good to finally get one up on them.
Absolutely. Now you kept pulling it back. You got there. You got in the extra time. Did you fancy yourself then? Because here in the comms box, we had you down as favourites.
I was hoping the coach would put me in, but my legs were giving out a bit, so decided to just sit out for a bit. Save myself.
So we thought you had enough pace in the team to try and make that happen, especially when it got 3-on-3.
Yeah, I thought so too, but sometimes the legs don't agree with me. So
yeah. But go on, sorry.
No, it was superb throughout the majority of the game, and I was talking on the comms box. France changing their structure. Didn't quite work. You guys had one game plan, which was run hard, run fast, find space. Is that something that the coaches are just telling you to do? Don't worry so much about the structure, just back your natural ability.
Yeah, coach has been saying throughout the tournament we must just keep working hard, especially on defense. And we did some analysis on France in the week, and we saw that they like to go short side, and we're not falling short side. So once we got that right, it was difficult for them to score against us. So I think coach's plan definitely worked out today.
Yeah, the defense was so good. I was complimenting the defensive spacing. It seems like you guys were always moving as a set of six, and at the end you just crowded out all the space for France, who look absolutely gutted.
Thank you.
So congrats. I mean,
Thank you.
it goes on from here. You've got a nice rest now.
Yeah.
Then you get to go and again. Really looking forward to seeing you
Thank
down
you.
on here. So
Thank you.
tournament favourites now, yeah?
I hope so. We're certainly going to try.
Brilliant stuff. Good stuff. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you for
Appreciate
having
it.
me.
Legend,
Let's
pal.
grab that though. All right, thank you very much. Brilliant stuff there. Really, really good stuff. So, let's have a rest now, shall we? And get ourselves ready for the next one, Joe. 'Cause
Yeah, a little
it's all
bit.
happening here.
It's breathless at the
It's
moment.
breathless. All right, be back with you soon.
Just a little break for us on the commentary box as we sort out a couple technical problems. And this game gets us underway, and it's a rematch between France and South Africa. However, no longer in the men's 20s. We move over to the women's 20s. And the French will be desperate to right the perceived wrong in the game beforehand, but South Africa, good value for the money, and yeah, it feels like we need more of a break.